Peace. How's it going, Patrick? Conservative Rap. And in this last session, we're going to continue on the economic front. I'd like to share these clips so you don't get trapped. I think the media narrative is easy to depict on the political front, both domestically. Sometimes it's a little obtuse on the global stage geopolitically, but for the most part, a lot of financial news is also fake. It's also Trump derangement syndrome, or let's just say anti-parallel economy syndrome. And it's helpful to point these things out. I'm going to go over to Eric Doherty on X, who's a great source for this sort of information. Breaking: President Trump just exposed the fact that they destroyed 100,000 trees in Amazon rainforest to make way for left-wing environmentalists at the United Nations. They are hypocrites, yes. They ripped the hell out of the rainforest of Brazil to build a 4-lane highway for environmentalists to travel. It's become a big scandal. And we all know the real reality. This climate hoax, this environmentalism push, it's really just a push for taxation so that they can start charging us for the right to breathe oxygen. And clips like this just point it out plainly. I love it. All right, now I'm going to move this over to Nick Crypto on X. Did Trump just pull a 4D macro play rather? Hand out 2,000 tariff dividends to the public. Yes, he did. Courts strike down the tariffs as unlawful, forcing the government to refund roughly one. Yeah, he wins either way. So you got to begin whether or not some of these corrupt deep state judges, if they're American or if they care about America, like the way it plays out. The original funds are already spent, so another trillion gets printed to make businesses whole. That's $2 trillion of new liquidity entering the system. Cheaper imports ease inflation, and suddenly the Fed has to start cutting rates. If this plays out, everyone's bags get heavier, and they just get more exposed. Observing consciousness. So this is a little bit of a deeper post, but I'll share like the clip of it, and then I would encourage, I'll actually repost this now so people have an opportunity to, check this out deeper for themselves. Recommended reading. Right, bong. Observing consciousness. Tariffs are Trump's path to world peace and citizen sovereignty across the globe. This is the lever that lifts nations out of capture. This is the mechanism that returns wealth to the people. When Trump listed the 8 non-tariff weapons used to drain America, he was not using jargon. It was a signal, and it was pure disclosure, straightforward disclosure, as it was the moment the architecture became visible. Tariffs rebase the system. Tariffs re-anchor currency to production. Tariffs restore self-sufficiency and national dignity. It's the beginning of a global realignment. The shift is already underway. It's like if you started making money instead of spending it. That's what Trump is doing with the country. And let's just take a quick look at Trump's. This is the post, right, where he gets into depth. But let's just look at this. Non-tariff cheating, currency manipulation, VATs which act as tariffs and export subsidies, dumping below cost, export subsidies and other government subsidies, protective agricultural standards, example, no genetically engineered corn in EU, protective technical standards, Japan's bowling ball test, counterfeiting, piracy, and IP theft. This is a big one, over $1 trillion a year. Trans-shipping to evade tariffs, where one country just ships to another to evade the tariff costs. So again, there's an economic war that runs deeper than the political war, and we have to remain awake to it. I'm going to go over to, here's Scott Pecent, South Carolina, the first rare earth magnet produced in the United States in 25 years. 25 years. You have adults in the workforce right now that have, like, they were born since the last time we started making these for ourselves. And check this out. Fascinating. And lastly, let's take a quick look. A lot of us are hating on Elon now. Man knows what he's talking about. Elon Musk just summed up modern slavery in one sentence. You work, you get taxed. You buy something, you get taxed. You own something, you get taxed again. It's the loop of quiet control, a system designed to keep you compliant, while the government spends your money on causes you never consented to. Every paycheck, every purchase, every property, siphoned through layers of bureaucracy. And what's left? A fraction of what you earn, traded for a false sense of freedom. Must points cut deep. The problem isn't just taxation, it's how it's weaponized to fund endless wars, to bankroll wasteful projects, to grow a government that lives off your labor while pretending to quote-unquote serve you. It's not public service, it's public extraction, and it's time to break the loop. Let's take a quick look.
You get taxed on what you own, you get taxed on what you buy, and you get taxed on what you own. And it's like, okay, this is you know, taxes, 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 and you know, and then what does it get spent on? A bunch of the stuff it gets spent on you don't even agree with. So you know that's why we need to reduce the size of government and just spend less money and you know, let the people keep a lot more of their hard-earned money. You know, it's yeah. So you get
again, a new dawn is rising. It's a parallel economy that requires us to shift from institutions, infrastructure, a deep state ran and operated fiat currency, slave taxation formula. Thank God we have patriots finally in control. And I think no matter what you may be hearing around you, it's happening at a hypersonic, expedited fashion. What do you think? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and check me out at ConservativeRap.com for more. Thanks and take care.